Hey guys, this is going to be a quick look at my Kyosho Rage VE. This is not the newer version, the VEI. This is the first version that they came out with. Some of the differences between the VE and the VEI is going to be the way the motor is constructed. The VEI actually has the speed controller built into or built on back of the actual motor. So this is not that version. Don't think I'm too fond of that either, because if you want to change out motors and stuff, I'm not sure if you're able to actually take that off, excuse me, or not. But I wanted to give you guys a quick look at this. This is a 110 scale buggy, so it may look larger in some of the pictures, but it's actually not that large. It's about the size of a four-wheel drive 10 scale buggy. It just has larger tires on it. So I wanted to just go over this real quick because I know there's not that many videos of it out there. The car does come ready to run, or almost ready to run. You still have to buy a battery and a battery and AA for it and a charger, of course. But it does come with that radio pre-installed. It is 2.4 gigahertz. This is a quick look at it. It actually has a couple of good adjustment trims and knobs on here. If this will focus in, so you guys can see this. I'm not sure if the VEI actually comes with this same radio or not. This is the KT200. So, but this is fairly okay. I mean, it fits in the hand fine, and its appearance isn't bad either. And it does have, as you can see there, several adjustment features as well. The on-off switch is on the back of it, and that's about it. But most of the adjustments are not digital, which is fine. I mean, for what you're paying for this kit cost about $299, and the kit is brushless. I think the way Kyosho designed this looks pretty cool. It's very unique, but like I said, it is the size of a 10 scale buggy, so don't think it's large and the size of an 8 scale, because it's actually not, even though it somewhat looks like it. Maybe later on I'll do a size comparisons between the two. The body that comes with it, of course, is Lexan, but look at how they did this. I think that's pretty cool how they actually took the time to construct this type of body, which is probably why it cost a little bit more um, than it probably should. I mean, this thing would probably be about 150 if the body didn't have so much little details to it as far as the little guy and stuff in there. But anyway, looking at the buggy, yes, I have a nickel metal battery in there. This is a 4200 milliamp 6 cell nickel metal battery. I do have a LiPo I can run in this, and that I will later on. The first run, I'm going to run it with a nickel metal. It can run a nickel metal or a 2S LiPo. I'm going to look at some of the adjustments on the speed controller because it can run, as you see there, a 2S LiPo. So I'm not sure if it's an auto detect on there or not, but I'll have to read through the manual a little bit more to find out about some of the adjustments on there. But for this first run, I am going to run it with a nickel metal battery in it. The motor is a 2700 4-pole kV motor, but the speed controller is 25 amps. It is water resistant, and so is the servo in it, but I thought 25 amps was pretty interesting for it. But anyway, the layout of the buggy is pretty good. It looks somewhat similar if you look at this rear end on it. Somehow or somewhat similar to some of the ECX cars and some of the cars from Integy and stuff. Of course, Kyosho put a little bit more time and effort into theirs. Not saying that what ECX them did with theirs is bad, but you can tell the way this is constructed that it's going to be a little bit solid in there. I haven't looked at the actual gears inside of it to see if they're 32 pitch or mod wheel, but I'm pretty sure they're 32 pitch, and I'll have to double check and see. As far as the shocks on it, the shocks are pretty good. They are aluminum and they are adjustable, which is good. You don't have to put any spacers or anything in between there, so I think that's really good. It does come with, as you see there, dog bones in the front and the rear. Doesn't matter for me because I don't care too much about CVDs. I always, with most of my cars, replace the CVDs with dog bones in the front. I did that on my Hyper T. But this is a four-wheel drive car, and you see the shaft in there. It is plastic, though. It is not a metal shaft that's in the inside of this. So that's probably why you don't want to put a lot of power through this. And this, I'm not expecting this to go super fast. I got this to kind of drive around and bash around. I may actually put some lights on the front of this body or maybe on the side over here. I'm not sure just yet, but I probably will put lights on this. As far as the tires, I like the way this tread looks. I really, really do. And I also like the way these wheels are as well. Kind of reminds me of some of the Duratrax tires and wheel combos that they've come out with, some of the Picket designs and stuff. But I like the way these actually look. And this tread wheel is probably gonna last for a pretty good long time. So anyway, I'm gonna get this thing running in the next day or two and put some videos up. I'm gonna run it with a nickel metal, then I'm gonna run it with a 2S lipo. I'm not sure if I'm gonna really change this system out and put more power through it. If I do, I'll change out the ESC, maybe put a Mamba Max Pro or maybe a RC Gear Shop speed controller in there, just so I can get a higher amp speed controller. But I don't think I'm gonna run a lot of power through this thing, 'cause although it probably could take a mild brushless system. Maybe if Millennium looks like it could fit up in there. It doesn't look like it got a little space there, but I may keep this as it is, and just put a RC Gear Shop speed controller, because those will run about $50 or so, and that can handle a 3S lipo if I decide to go there with this buggy. But I don't think I'm gonna, like I said, put a lot of power through it, because not every one of my cars needs to be fast, and I just kind of want to drive this around and kind of have this as somewhat of a shelf queen, but still drive it as well. So anyway, if you guys have one of these, I'd like to hear some of your thoughts on it and some of the modifications that you've done to it, if you've done any at all. Um, that's this. Actually, I just looked at one thing. This would be cool if I converted this to a 10 scale buggy too and took it to the track, because the only thing I could do is change out the tires and wheels. I can mount a wing back here very easily and get a buggy body for it. But I may leave it in this form and take it to the track, but I really don't want to bust this body up too much. So I take it to the track. This body will get banged up. But anyway, as always, don't forget to like or dislike, subscribe if you have not, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.